This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty and a Google search for my site. Today was my first Ubereats delivery. I made $2.79 for this delivery. This is my second app type job. First one was Postmates about a year ago. It came and ended very quickly. Intimately told in my blog and my YouTube channel. It ended up being remarkably popular, way beyond my expectations. People, obviously, they had tried or were trying Postmates and trying to learn and chose my videos. I got my account frozen because I was not fast enough. I will share my screen and explain my first delivery. Present to everyone, or presenting to everyone. I am presenting to everyone, but I'm not sharing my screen. Okay. Listeners, I have reason to believe my screen sharing has failed. I'm a little rusty at this. What I'm going to go through, so if you decide to stick through this and you're still looking at me and I'm speaking as though I think you're looking at my tweets, well, the tweets are on twitter.com/nearlincoln. That's twitter.com/nearlincoln, which is where I'm going right now. So here's twitter.com/nearlincoln. Okay, tweets and replies. So there's what I made, $2.79. That's my invite code. Listeners, if you register for... This is a sleazy company, and I'm going to explain more why I've reached that conclusion. Okay, so here, starting today, or starting a couple of days ago, I recorded this. So this is me reading the Uber Portier Services Agreement. And then here's me opting out of the arbitration clause in the Uber Portier Services Agreement. Okay, I got to go back quite a ways to find the first piece. But anyways, in my YouTube channel, in two parts, me reading for an hour and 57 minutes or something. An hour of it at Hoboken Terminal, and then I finished it in my neighborhood Uber Portier Services Agreement. Buried in that agreement, it gives each Uber person the opportunity to opt out of the arbitration requirement. So if a class action suit gets filed against Uber, people who do not opt out are excluded from any benefits of any lawsuit against Uber. So I opted out. I followed the instructions and opted out. Listeners, if you were to ask me for advice, I would advise you to seek the advice of an attorney. I am not qualified. I am not authorized to give said advice. I did seek the advice of an attorney, and I did follow the instructions and opt out. If you find the instructions buried in the very long, it took me an hour and 50 something minutes to read it, agreement, you can opt out very easily. One, you have to find the text. Two, you need to know it's advisable. Again, seek the advice of an attorney. This is my listeners. I hope you're seeing my shared screen. If you are, it's going to be saying Uber intent to opt out, and that is my execution of me, my intent, expressing my intent in the way it's instructed to do to a specific Uber address that is included in the very long Uber Portier services agreement. Another note about this, I intend to find the answer, but I am told Uber drivers are not allowed to accept tips. The Portier services agreement explains the circumstances of tips, and they are not prohibited. One, I'm going to read it again. Number two, I'm going to find out more about. I have a friend that says it's prohibited. Now, his experience is with driving and not Ubereats. But it is my understanding that I am reading the same agreement that the drivers use. So I get a ping today on my phone, which I don't have here. Right. I did not tweet live. I didn't do it as I went along. These tweets are put together afterwards. So it was Louis Barbecue Pit, but it doesn't say Louis Barbecue Pit. It says 5107 Palisade Avenue, which is very close. I was there before the food was prepared. I walked in, and the El Jefe of the restaurant said, "Already?" So this is very close to my house. I was sitting here. My wife has worked in today. I'm burning time, and so I get dispatched to Louis Barbecue. I'm going to come back to this one. There's my invite code again. That's how much I made. And here's my trip. So this Google Map ping is, listeners, you might be near me. I don't know who you are. But if you are, you might be familiar with this. This is, even though I live in Union City, I'm on the northern border of Union City, just a block away from West New York. So I went here and here. I immediately end up in West New York. Couple more blocks, I'm at Louis Barbecue Pit. And this 4 minutes, 0.8 miles, and I was at the destination. A woman, I probably shouldn't say her name, but I would if I could remember it. We just get the first name. And in an apartment building, she's in a basement apartment here. And it was a great delivery. It was very easy. Now, listeners, here's my evidence that this is a sleazy company. First, if anyone's reading the press, Uber is scandal after scandal. A woman wrote a newsworthy blog post sometime after she departed as an employee from Uber, and she described and properly documented a case where she was solicited for sex by a fellow employee, right? Not a big deal. Well, it was on her first day at work. Kind of a bigger deal. Well, it was through the company chat system, the company digital communication system. Kind of a bigger deal. Who's ever doing this is probably dumb to solicit a new employee for sex on her first day at work. And it was her boss. Well, the CEO has pledged to fix these relatively systematic bro culture. And then time passed, and that CEO has stepped down, I think. But whatever it is, that's some negative bias I have with Uber. And furthermore, their promotions are written in such a way that, to me, it conjures up images of Amway. These twisted vocabulary. You get this much in fares. It says you earn, if you follow certain requirements, you get this much in fares. Well, to me, it sounds like Amway that says you get this much in points. You know, they create different vocabulary so that they can kind of twist these promotions to make them sound right. And leaving with you, I thought I was going to get $20, and it turns I earned $2.79 for what I did today. Digame?
I mean, you're making a YouTube channel. You're going to get fired again.
So my wife thinks I'm going to get fired again because I'm trashing the company, and this might be true. So I lose $2.79 if I get fired. So it just seems like.
But I thought you wanted to keep that job. Whatever.
All right. Now my wife is Hannah, and she thinks I want to keep this job. Yet I'm posting on the internet that this company is sleazy. Well, I read a promotion. I'm going to do a better job of doing screen captures as I go, but I believe that if I worked during the peak and I had at least one delivery, I would earn $20, guaranteed minimum. And at this moment, unless the bonuses are delayed, if the promotions are delayed and the payouts, I'm only earning $2.79. So listeners, would you rather get $2.79 or $20? So I was online for an hour and 49 minutes maybe, and it included one delivery, and that hour was during the promotional period. So I think I should have gotten 20, not 279. So, but I didn't screenshot the promotion, and now the promotion's gone. So it was vaguely worded. It was popped up on my app, gave me reason to believe I was going to get $20. I end up getting $2.79. Now this I do like better than. I'm gonna refer to Postmates, and I'm gonna try to stop referring to Postmates. Listeners, I know my experience includes Postmates. Yours might not. So when I compare it to Postmates, it might mean nothing to you. However, I was very encouraged that if I got someone to put in my invite code and then do 50 deliveries, that I would earn like a couple $100. But again, that's another thing that's really vague. Uber doesn't seem to want to be pinned down by that. So what have I done? I have given my code to a woman named Michelle. She has put it into her, so she gets credit for recruiting me. And now when I hit 50 delivers, I'm going to see if she gets paid, and if so, how much. So listeners, here's my biggest promise to you. I will hit 50. I will, provided I don't get fired. I will check with Michelle. I'm going to check with Michelle very soon to see if she put in my code. I asked her to. I told her how to do it. So if she did, and if I hit 50, she should earn something. I'm led to believe it's in the triple digits, 100, 200, 300. But I have a feeling they're going to slip away on that too. So there's the 279. There's my invite code. Here we go. I've returned to this. This is the location in New Jersey. Listeners, if you go to this location, you can do everything. Someone with Uber will help you do it. Put in my code. If you hit 50 deliveries, tell me. I'll tell you if I get paid. If I do, then you have reason to believe you'll get paid when the people you recruit hit 50. And if you're local to me, then this is where you go. 79 Washington Street in Hoboken is very near the Hoboken terminal. I didn't think I had much to say. I wasn't doing screen captures as I did my delivery, but yet there's quite a bit to say. So today is my first delivery. My wife Anna thinks I'm on my way to my last, that my account will get frozen. I have good reason to believe that I did not get terminated because of the bullshit that I'm doing now. I have good reason to believe I got terminated because I did not track my rating. My rating as I'm managing it now should be much higher. As I was managing in my earlier one with Postmates, it is very understandable it was lower. I would sit and finish my coffee before I started. I'd accept a delivery, and the first thing I would do is like sit and finish my coffee. So I'm approaching Uber Eats very differently. I ran to the barbecue place. I ran, not very fast, carrying this big oversized insulated bag, but I ran to Louis' Barbecue Pit. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.